At the half hour, we are following breaking news from Virginia Beach. A judge has just handed down his sentence for a woman who pleaded guilty to killing her elderly father. 44-year-old Jennifer Mulligan was originally charged with first-degree murder and weapons charges in the killing of 90-year-old Woodard McClure in May of last year. But she took a deal this spring, pleading guilty to second-degree murder. So let's go to 10 on your side's Chris Horn outside the courthouse. Chris, you were just inside during that sentence. What did the judge decide?
Yeah, he decided, Julia, that Jennifer Mulligan should get 17 years of active sentence. Sentence was actually longer than that, but he suspended part of it. It comes down to 17 years, 14 years for shooting and killing her father, Woodard McClure, 3 years, which is a minimum mandatory for a gun charge connected with that crime. This happened in May of last year. It was at her home on Rodney Lane where she had taken in her elderly father, Woodard McClure. He was originally from Texas. She was raised in Texas, and there was a history of sexual abuse upon her as well as several of her siblings by McClure, according to testimony in court. When she had taken him in a couple years ago, he started to exhibit behavior that she felt was demented. She felt he was headed toward dementia, although he was never officially diagnosed with dementia. But he would defecate and urinate on the rugs in her home. She had to put plastic down on the floor. He abused her psychologically and verbally as well. He would kick her dogs. He would throw knives at her dogs. And one day in May of last year, she walked into her garage, opened a box, pulled out a .380 Ruger pistol, and went into the room where he was sitting on a bed in her home and took one shot and fired it into his head, killing him. There was a lot of mitigating evidence that was presented. Two of her half-brothers testified by video, by WebEx today, talking about their own abuse at the hand of Woodard McClure, as well as there was her sister-in-law who testified that although she had only known Jennifer Mulligan for about 4 years now, she described Mulligan as welcoming and generous and someone who always put other people first. But on that day in May of last year, according to her defense attorney, Roger Whitus, everything came back. The childhood memories as well as the present problems she was having with her father, Woodard McClure, and she broke, is what she told investigators. That was in the stipulation of facts. So she walked in, got the gun, came out and shot her father, killing him at age 90. It was a 17-year sentence, and the Judge Farashahi, said that she got a pretty good deal because based on his assessment of this case, looking at the facts, this could have been first-degree murder. She pled to second-degree murder as well as the firearm charge. She said that, or I should say the judge said that her father did not get due process because Jennifer Mulligan became her father's executioner. While she did get due process, she'd gone through the court system and got us here today on the 4th of August, a little over the year after all of this happened. So she gets a total of 17 years active, 14 years on the second-degree murder, 3 years minimum mandatory on a firearm charge because she used the pistol to kill her father. We'll have much more detail on this case coming up this afternoon at 4 o'clock. We're live outside the courthouse in Virginia Beach this afternoon. Chris Horn, 10 on your side.